This should be the last video I do today. Okay, this video number 4 of my 2013 Psychiatry is a Fraud series. I'll be talking about the DSM 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so basically, over the years um, there was different gatherings of psychiatrists where they all squeeze inside of a room and they all try to outshout each other, and they all raise their hands and vote on mental disorders, whether they should be in the DSM or not. It's pointed out in several documentaries about psychiatry. I believe one of them, Psychiatry, the Industry of Death, that homosexuality was once in the DSM. It was voted in there for political reasons, and it was taken out for political reasons. I believe it might even be the only mental disorder was taken out, but I'm not sure about that. But it was definitely a rare case if it wasn't the only one. So, over the years, the diagnostic statistic of mental disorders the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders over the years um, has added a whole lot of more disorders, and a lot of times they use the same drugs to cover different disorders. Um, they've given some of these drugs as pain medications in some instances, and they describe some of these pain medications as psychiatric drugs in some instances. So when people want their favorite drugs, like Oxycontin and codeine and stuff like this, they look for any reason to put it out there. Now, pretty much the same system has allowed for a certain has allowed for medical marijuana to come into play. Okay, and the reason why we have that, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, is because the government wants their cut of the money. They want more control over the industry. It's not necessarily that they wanted you to have more rights. A lot of the people who funded these campaigns wanted their secret societies to have more control over the proceeds from the sale of cannabis. So, everything, if you look at how everything works, of course, when you go to get a prescription for cannabis, anybody can go get it. They say they have a back pain, or some say they're suffering from depression, and it's the same thing with with psychiatrists, except for it's the other way around. I'd compare it like this: the doctor who prescribes the cannabis to the patient, is somebody who is very willing and eager to prescribe it, just like a psychiatrist. The difference is you go there willingly and happy and wanting that prescription ahead of time. Unless you're a drug addict with a psychiatrist, you're not going there with the same kind of feeling. And for many people, they regret the moment they've ever stepped into a psychiatrist's office, because that moment, everything went south in their life. Everything that they were complaining about got worse, and new problems that they didn't have before came about. Thank you.